So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Bruno Fernandes! It's bounced back off the post. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Di Gregorio gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. That has been slung wide. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ball's gone out of play. Conte. Bruno Fernandes. He'll try from this. It's hit the upright. Neither side yet able to find the net. Quality ball. Cambiasso. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. He's in a great... Can he finish? Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Piemonte really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Boga.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Casemiro. Plays a sharp little ball here. So no flag here. He's shifting through the gears here. And he can thump it away. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Yamal, certainly one of the players of the week. Probing pass, that is good alertness. Boga. Casemiro. For Conte. Mbappe gets into a good position. That is lovely from him. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
And we come to you now.
How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're underway for the second half.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't...
Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Looking for the far post. And a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. McKennie. Bremer. And Kalulu. Space for him to turn and look. Well, they've got plenty back, they can deal with that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And back to the keeper. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Spread out to the left. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Tries the cross. Great ball, and it shapes to shoot! Oh, it's hit the post! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Francisco Conceição. Coming on to replace him is number 10, Udis.
This looks promising. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Kelly calmly anticipates. Over to the right flank. Showing great feet there. He's on it, can he get away?
Substitution on the field, number 2.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Number 11, Jagrova.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a good position here. Great vision. Boga. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down.
Chance for a shot! Sensational from Haaland! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that could well be the winner!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist? Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Manchester United have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And that is expertly dealt with. Deftly away. Throw in.
Substitution on the field. Number 30, Jonathan David. Coming on to replace him.
And they win it back again.
Number 20, Opendo.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Now it's Haaland. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Wriggles his way through. He's found the way through. Nesta muscles him off the ball. Xavi Simons. Now it's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. Thinks about the shot. Takes a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Di Gregorio claims comfortably. And we're done. Manchester United have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, I think the result was perfect evidence, Peter, that showed all departments of the team were working really well. You just can't complain with a scoreline like this.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Irrepressible! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The ideal start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And he has been fouled there. Yellow or red? It is red. Manchester United are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
Gakpo. He's got away. Mohamed Salah. And that was very necessary. Picked out brilliantly. Has to go back here. Gakpo. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
And it's Conte. He's having a hit! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And he's straight offside. Yamal, very much a player of the moment. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Yamal, and here's Mbappe. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Van Dijk. Robertson. That's Wirtz. Szoboszlai. And it's Salah. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Manchester United can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Real chance! Off target by a whisker. Gravenberg. Wirtz. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and he's managed to get free. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's shifting through the gears, and he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Two added minutes have
Now it's
been
Yamal.
indicated.
Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And this is getting better and better. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Manchester United. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Manchester United sitting pretty here. Two goals. He's having a shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Alexander-Arnold. All the way back. Van de Ven. Nesta. Alexander-Arnold. Casemiro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. Konate. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now it's Isak. That is good alertness. That's a sharp pass. Yamal, who's set up one goal so far. Wirtz, played down the flank. Gakpo providing an outlet on that flank. Alexander-Arnold. And Yamal. Alexander-Arnold. And that is out of play.
Substitution in progress.
Wirtz. That's an imaginative pass. Soboslai is flagged offside. Nesta. Now Van der... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Can he get it through? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Liverpool have opted to make another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And now they can spring out of defence. Robertson. Gravenberg. Oh, that's well spotted. Casemiro. And it's Conte. Alexander-Arnold being hunted in packs.
Well, he has to become a target. They've been too slow to recognise his influence.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Knocks it out wide. And here's Neymar. Now there's a fine ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It's Neymar! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Neymar is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Substitution. Substitution for Manchester United. Number 20.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Number 9, Gabby Simmons. Number 37, Mainu.
And the keeper beats it away. Tries to play it through. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. That's a decent clearance. Struck first time.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Out towards the flank. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Nesta. Salah. And he is deftly away. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Tempers are flaring, the referee really needs to get a grip again.
Substitution for Manchester United. Nesta. Number 10, Neymar. Conte.
Soboslai!
Number 5.
And that will be the final act. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
Please be reminded that drinking
The
is
end of the
only allowed
game.
in the areas shown
Reflections?
on the map. Thank you
That
very
is a
much.
superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the play.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. We are just getting started. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He's had a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Manchester United, after 8 minutes, is number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Fabio Silva. Chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, good climb! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Now it's Fabio Silva. That's a shade optimistic. Ball is over the line. Bellingham. That's a delicate pass. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Alexander-Arnold gets it away. More and more pressure on the ball here. That has been slung wide. Schuler cuts it out.
Borussia Dortmund definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity. Yamal! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Fabio Silva. Bruno Fernandes. And the return pass. Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take. There's the header! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Rodrigo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the shot! And a neat finish. Two to the good. And they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Spread it left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Schuler did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
2 added minutes.
And here's Rodrigo. Rodrigo has it out wide and in space. Getting up there! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A case, and that is indeed the final act. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Manchester United, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. Back on the way then. He's through here. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Gets his head on it! No, not the best of headers.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Ryerson. And it's Chukwuemeka. Bayer. And Bellingham. He's going for goal! Smashing save, really good save that.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Now this could be a chance, and he's picked it up out wide. This looks promising. Alexander-Arnold, and he's gone backward here. Nicely spread. Yamal is onto this. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? In it comes, towering header, and he hits the net. And that takes him up to 30. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
After 62 minutes is
Manchester United are having a ball here. Sabitzer charging forward, the ball at his feet.
number 21.
No, that's been intercepted.
Is number 9.
Pressing high and with
That
purpose.
was lovely, that.
He is through here. Shot a goal! It's a goal! And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after 67 minutes is number 14. Substitution in progress.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Borussia Dortmund still making a fight of this. Played out towards the right wing. Shot could be on. Neymar purring through the gears. And a shot! Goal! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Minutes is number 10.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 14.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Now it's Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Sabitzer. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Haaland. Now it's Haaland. Great chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 17.
Manchester United with their
Coming
first
on
corner,
field
the first in the game for either side
number
actually.
23.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Messi, great ball and Messi! And that's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
substitutions taking place.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Manchester United are at the... He's having a shot! He's got a goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund get their goal. A bit of respectability restored. Manchester United have it back and can go again.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
Shapes to... Oh, it's hit the post! No luck this time. Schlotterbeck. Sabitzer. Now it's Girassi. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi receives it in a wide position. He's had a shot! Sabitzer. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a
Please
terrific
be
day
made
for
aware
them.
that smoking is only permitted in
How would you
designated
sum up what
areas
we've
within
witnessed,
these
Jim?
grounds.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Rodrigo! Oh, how good is he? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And he celebrates his 30th goal. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Capier. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And the volley. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that was very necessary. Bruno Fernandes. Great vision. Madueke gets into a good position. He's got away. He slings it in. Nesta tries to clear. Yamal is onto this. He's shifting through the gears. Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And here's Yamal. Now it's Rodrigo. That's tidy. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Gabriel cuts out the pass. And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Rodrigo, showing good feet. It's a threatening ball. Havertz. Now it's Madueke. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. And it's Simons. Now it's Rodrigo. He's in a great position here. Look at this, takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Madueke receives it in a wide position. Marquinhos. Manchester United heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Here comes the cross. Saliba can get it clear. That's very neat. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ødegaard. And Madueke. Some good work on the right flank here. He's going all the way! That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's been taken short. Now it's crossed into the middle, well read, and the danger is averted. Conte. And they can counter here. Simons threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Manchester United absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Manchester United, clearly the superior force halfway through this contest. They lead 3-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Nkapie picks it up out wide. Eze! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Rodrigo looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Just about up to the hour now. And there's a searching pass. Havertz. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Madueke. Now, who's going to be first to this? Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution. Substitution for Manchester United. Number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
Intercepts the throw, that's well
Conte.
read.
Number 9,
Menu. Cherki.
Number 20, Yamal. Number 21,
Thinks one through.
Aït Nouri.
Played through for the wide man.
Coming on the field, number 22, Ryan Cherki. Number 37, Menu. Mbappe.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
Messi.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Some really good ball movement. And the finish! Superb from Jackie! A finish of true class! Just cruising! They are cruising! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to play it through. It's a goal kick. Incapuyi. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Rice. And it's Rice. Trossard receives it in a good position here. Now, can they get him away?
2 added minutes has
Timber
been indicated.
promptly onto that, and that is that. 2 minutes to be added on. Well read, nice interception. And that's it. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Simons! Superb from Simons! About as smooth as it gets. Manchester United take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bayer bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Mbappe, played out wide. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Xavi Simons just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Now it's Fabio Silva. Bayer. Schuller gets across to intercept that. Spread out to the left. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe gets on his bike and on the move. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bayer. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, super ball. Now it's... Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And now he has two. Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Looking for the run. Now it's... And the finish! Well taken goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Borussia Dortmund cut their deficit and shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Bayer. Svensson. He's found a way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he was quick to react. And for the first half, that is that. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Manchester United are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Not a bad try by any means.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Nouri, Conte, Xavi Simons. This is a promising build-up. That ball looks a good one. Great ball, and he's in. There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shot, real chance! Oh, good finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Musiala. Decent chance! And he should have made them pay.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
Manchester United have their second corner now. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Now then, the ball's come loose. That looks a good cross. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely shaped ball. He's in a great position here.
Musiala really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Alexander-Arnold gets in, takes a shot! Ronaldo gets flagged offside.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 14. Coming on the field is number 10, Brandt.
Stood up well to him there. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cherki has the space to scheme. Shoots! And it's been hooked away. And smartly reclaimed. It's Cristiano! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 21. Coming on to replace him is number 9, Theo Girassi. Substitution in progress.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Good chance here! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
And he has been fouled there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Just about within shooting range. Gave it a go, but off target. Bellingham. Brandt. Oh, some tackle that. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
It's a promising position. Crosses it in. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to following this splendid display of... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Yamal! And that was precious close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. That's a super give and go. And here's Mainu. This might... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! And we have liftoff! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Katamo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Haaland. Mbappe. Chance, surely! Oh, crossbar! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Manchester United currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Sporting genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success. That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a good run, that. Great timing.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
It's a promising position. Oh, such a clever touch. Too long and over the line. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And here's Trincao. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Manchester United can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Good chance here! Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Katamo knocks it into space. He has found a way through. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Menu. Mbappe. And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Manchester United just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Manchester United have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So the action resumes. Manchester United currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's hoisted clear. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Van de Ven. Casemiro. Here's a man in form. It's a pretty loose pass. Gonzalo Inacio. Trincao. And that's gone loose. Manchester United are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Menu. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Spread it left. He's in plenty of space here. Overhits and out of play.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
It's not an especially good pass, that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Diomande. It's Trincao. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's quick to return it. Back where it came from. And it's Menu. Van de Ven. Manchester United leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Gonzalo Inacio. Rui Silva punts it upfield.
Substitutions taking place. Substitution for Manchester United. Number 22, Ryan Cherki. Number 18, Casemiro. Erling Haaland. Mbappe.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Coming on the field, number 4, Messi. Conte. Number 11.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Number 8.
Can he get it through?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Tempers are flaring. The referee really needs to get a grip again. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And time is up. Manchester United have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, I'm sure this was...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in real chance! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Balogun, who shifted it to the flank, and here's Ansu Fati. Great vision. Nesta attempts a clearance. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe. And here's Xavi Simons. Goes for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Radetzky gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Moved on forwards. Not the most accurate pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Conte. Fas makes the interception. Plays the return pass. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Balogun really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Simons.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Cherki, certainly one of the players of the week. Manchester United leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Back where it came from. Cherki! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply. Chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Mawissa. That's going wide left. Conte. Now it's Yamal. It's played through for him. Oh, that's a fine interception. He's having a pop! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
It's just beyond his reach. Teze. Ansu Fati. Good driving run. And the through ball. Ballon. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's a shot. Akliouche! And he couldn't finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Added time.
Aimed beyond the defence. Radetzky claims comfortably. Strong running down that left flank. And this is Kante. Now it's Simons. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's in a great position here. Akliouche. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
That's it, 45 minutes up. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Everybody, to make sure
Manchester
to put any
United
litter in the
sitting
bins
pretty
provided.
here.
Thank
Two
you for
goals
your
putting them
cooperation.
into the driving seat. Away we go again. And he plays one through. This looks promising. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Diatta. Chance here to counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
The referee has given a corner. Corner number 2 then. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Takes a shot! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 54 minutes is number 20, Yamal.
A case now of complete control.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He's had it taken off him.
That's going in strongly.
Referee has just said play on. Xavi Simons was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Corner then.
Substitution for Monaco, number 9.
So will they make it
Coming
count
on the
again?
field is number 14.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, shooting chance! And he's stuck it away. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's on it, can he get away? And he's in on goes for a shot! And he hits the net! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Number 13.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Monaco needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, terrific save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Messi, and a chance! And he couldn't quite make it 6. Zakaria. Biarritz. Oh, he's burst through! Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Zakaria. And it's played forward. And that has left him in a heap. Shot at goal! And it's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
After 90 minutes is number 14.
Monaco get their goal. A bit of respectability restored.
Indicated.
Adingra. Well read, nice interception. Nesta. Oh, nicely intercepted. Zakaria cuts out the pass. Teze. Biarritz. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Costa Curta has been booked, just to confirm. And that is as far as it goes. Manchester United, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
Hello everybody, and
Manchester United may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to